Well, it's my great pleasure to welcome my good friend George, who lives in Los Angeles. He's an Uber driver.
Yep,
And George, you had a pretty exciting experience on Sunday. Is that true?
that's correct. Late afternoon, Sunday. That's correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Um, you sent me a video. Can I show that to the
Yeah, yeah.
audience?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Yep, that's fine. Hey there, I'm George. I drove through the LA riots that happened in downtown. Thank God I'm okay and I'm safe. My car is okay. But I just wanted to show that as I was driving through, I'm an Uber driver and I had a customer in my car, my window was open just like about this much. And as I was driving, all kinds of there was an adjustable wrench out of many other things that was thrown at me. It went through this window and hit the other side of the door, not the glass. It was like almost perfectly went through. And my customer was sitting there and fortunately didn't get hit by this big adjustable wrench. They threw a bunch of other rocks and bricks at me. It didn't do much damage, but there's like just little dents around my car like that. Um, but I'm just grateful I'm okay. And I was just surprised when I went down there because I was like, I thought it was just going to be a protest, which is, of course, is fine. But, just hitting random civilians' cars. Like I said, I'm fine. I'm not a victim. I'm okay. But for my customer, it was very alarming to experience that and, hear all these, because when they throw all these objects at the car, and it was very loud and very, jarring. We were right beside City Hall. There was a big police barricade. They were protecting City Hall, but I just had to drive through it. So I was quite surprised.
Okay, so let's talk about that. So
Sure.
now these are the peaceful protesters, right?
Right.
Are exercising their First Amendment rights
Of course. Right.
to express their opinions about the government policy, right?
That's correct. Sure. Want to call it that? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that is insane. And I believe that President Trump sent in the National Guard and
Right. And I
Marines.
heard the Marines as well are could be accepted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so well, I mean, if they're using violence, I mean,
Yeah.
throwing a wrench, I mean, if the wrench connected with your skull, uh,
Yeah.
that could do some serious damage, right?
Of course. Of course it could. Yeah. I mean, it was. I mean, the probability that it didn't hit the customer and went perfectly through the window, hit the door was.
Yeah, that is almost providential.
Yeah. Very. And actually, he was quite jarred by it, but happy he was safe. So. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm really happy that you weren't hurt and your customer was not hurt. Now I hear there's more coming June 14th, I believe.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, there's a nationwide group called NoKings.org that they
Oh, I saw a post about that.
what's going on with California, Los Angeles? I mean, you've got fires that no one wants to fight
Right, right.
and you have
Mhm.
protesters not waving the American flag, they're waving the Mexican flag.
Yeah,
So
amongst others as well.
what kind of message is that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, in terms of the fires, I could see the fires from where I was living, and I had to go spend the night at, another place. Um, yeah, I mean, I think, there's a lot of debate and everyone's very reactive and, I say many times on both sides, reactive and not so logical.
Right,
They're not, I think they're kind of fight or flight parts of their brain that are taking over
right,
their logical capacities.
right,
But so then the way I kind of explain it to people, like, you can circumvent that if you think, well, what if just simply went to another country illegally, went in against their policies. Number two, got their benefits.
right,
Number three was kindly asked to leave,
right.
like the federal government asked people to leave that are here illegally. They did ask kindly. And I not only refused that, but I started, burning cop cars and punching cops and doing all that kind of stuff. What should be the proper action of
Right.
that other country to me, right? I think anybody with that's not, you
Right.
know, reactive and emotional
Right.
would say, I'd probably be going to jail, right?
Absolutely.
Supported, right? I mean, that's not Democrat or Republican point of view.
Right.
It's just real common sense. So I think obviously people are, I mean, there's a lot of illegal immigrants in Los Angeles. And I think naturally their fight or flight mechanisms of their mind are going to be triggered, honestly, for good reason, right? They settled here, maybe one spouse is from here, their child is born here, and there's all kinds of very complicated situations. So they're fearful for that. But you have to go back, I mean, to the very basics of I broke a law.
Right.
I did something that I knew it wasn't. I was ignorant. They were ignorant about it. They knew
Right.
it. They came
Right.
in, and that I believe is facts. Now, I also have my opinion. My opinion is, the media is talking about MS-13 and all these kind of things. Yeah, but there's something underneath that, and I feel what's underneath that is, and this is just my opinion,
Right.
that people are being letting in, been given a driver's license, social security numbers, and all kinds of benefits, from healthcare, all kinds of things.
Right.
Who are they going to vote for? Right?
Absolutely. The Democrat Party. And
It's an invitation for that.
right.
That's what's underneath this all,
Right. Yeah.
right? So it's very typical. I mean, throughout decades and decades and decades,
Right. Right.
leftist extremists always, let me talk about, say it like this, neo-Marxists
Right.
always use issues that you can't refute,
Right.
right? That like, and they spill out these rhetorical issues where, you know, from these rights to that rights, all kinds of different things that you'd look foolish to go against. But really what's underneath it
Right.
is that they want to get rid of a type of country
Right.
that puts that has the sovereignty in the citizenship
Right.
instead of government.
Yeah.
And they want to destroy that and even destroy family with all their kind of, the sexuality issues and all these kind of
Right.
things. Why?
Right.
Simply to put the sovereignty in the hands of government officials
Right.
and have the people as servants, which is completely incongruent
Right.
of the US Constitution.
Right.
And for the last 150
Right.
years, we have been slowly, gradiently going away from that intention.
Right.
And that's what's really underneath even that. So
Wow.
everyone's like looking at the issues, looking at the parties, looking at the candidates, and not understanding really what's going on here.
Right.
That's
Well,
my
that's incredibly insightful. Now, so you provide Uber services,
yeah.
but if they actually find you in Los Angeles, they get a deep analysis about Marxism, but no charge, right?
Right. Yeah, sometimes I can't help. I've done 20,000 rides so far, so
Yeah, that's
there's a
great.
lot
You
of,
must
a
have
lot of
great conversations, I have to
yeah.
say.
You wouldn't believe the conversations I had. They've been really great, actually. And
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Listen, thank you so much, George.
sure.
I really want to thank you for
Yeah,
reporting that's our MAGA Kingdom reporter in Los
right.
Angeles.
And back to you, Mr. Panzer.
Okay, well, we'll be in touch. Okay, make sure your phone is charged. Okay.
Got it.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Take care.